try to find your own imagery after the demo. So I'm going to save this banana to my desktop, which I've already done. And then I'm going to save this shark because it's a cool looking shark. If you do the other ones, remember your focus is blending two things together, okay? If it's not a pet, it's not a pet. So you can't turn around and use it for the assignment that's due Friday, okay? By the way, I did do a cat dog first period. That's what it looks like. Don't use the cat I provided because it looks really sad. I'm just going to say that. Like, it looks so sad. And trust me when I say I did it and it was not fun. This one, at least they're smiling. At least they look happy to be a weird mutant hybrid. You got to realize some of the kids shows, if you really see it from the dog's point of view or the cat's, it's really messed up. Like Courage, the cowardly dog, he saw some stuff. All right, so I'm going to go into Photoshop. Drop that screencastify down. So once I'm in Photoshop, remember, even if it's your own work, clear the recent photos. Boom. Go to new file, 15 by 15. Create. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the banana, B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Open up the shark. Okay. So right here, I'm going to press Control A, Control C, and I'm going to drop it over here, Control V. If you notice, it's a pretty good sized shark, but it's missing the top and bottom. So I'm going to use my select tool, the rectangle one, and I'm going to select the top. Then I'm going to press Shift and select the bottom. Okay. Once I have those two selected, I'm going to go up to Edit. Content to where fill is right there now. It used to be underneath fill, so keep that in mind. If you guys get your own version of Photoshop, like you buy the 2017 version, remember that one doesn't have the subscription option. So if you buy the 2017 version, you'll have that on your computer the whole time you own that computer, okay? If you buy anything after 2017, every year you're going to have to update your subscription, okay? So content to where fill used to be in fill, it's now here, okay? So if you go to fill, content to where fill, you can press OK and see what it does. It does it pretty well, see? And the thing I like about that one is notice it's not on a separate layer. It's all on one layer. I don't need the background layer, so I deleted it. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the banana. I'm going to go to Select Subject. Okay. Once I select the subject, I'm going to press Control C, Control V. Now I want it flipped over, so I'm going to press Control T and flip it. Kind of like so. It already is pretty good size for the shark's body, so I'm going to press Enter. But remember too, when I do all the color matching and everything else, I want to do it just on the shark, not the ocean. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the eye on the banana. Everyone understands, like if you turn off the eye of the banana, I'm still on the banana layer. Okay, but I'm going to select the shark layer. Everyone good so far? Shark layer. Ooh, ha, ha. Okay, so I'm on the shark layer. So what I'm going to do on the shark layer, so I'm going to go select subject on the shark. See if I get a good pull on the shark. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make two copies of it. I'm going to drag this layer, just click and hold it down to the plus sign. And I made two layers of the shark layer. Ooh, ha, ha. It's still early. I think by like 6th period, they'll be laughing at that joke. Maybe. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mask it. And then once I mask it, see, I got the single shark and I'm going to apply the mask. All right, so I got the banana, got the shark. I'm going to click on the banana layer and I'm going to change the opacity. So right here, if I zoom in by pressing Alt in my wheel, I could tell I need to move the banana down a little, okay? Right about here is a good size. And I don't need the front of the banana. So I'm going to delete that. Delete that. And I'm going to worry about the tail after this, okay? So keep in mind, do I want to make a gray banana or do I want to make a yellow shark? That's the question you got to ask. Me, I'm going to make a yellow shark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my select tool here. I'm going to select this part of the banana. And I can move it over. What I'm going to do is make two copies of that banana, okay? So I made 2 copies, not for the obvious reasons. I just need the little swatch. Because if I do the whole banana, it's going to incorporate the brown. If it's part of another layer, it's going to incorporate all of it. So I'm going to mask it. I'm going to apply the layer mask. I'm going to name this sample or swatch. So then you can see that later, okay? So if I turn off the banana and I turn off the shark layer and I turn off the bottom layer, that's my swatch. That's what I'm going to color match this shark to, okay? So I'm going to click on the shark. That's going to be the shark that I match the color to, okay? Notice it's not the very bottom. The very bottom one, that's just for the background, okay? You actually don't need it. You could put it on a different blue if you want, but I'm just going to keep it simple. I'll show you how to get rid of the tail afterwards. But now with this shark, I'm on the shark layer, got the banana layer, I got the swatch layer. Okay, I'm going to click on the shark layer, go up to image, adjustments, going to go down to match color. Now remember, it's underneath image and adjustments. So remember, if you need to match a color of 2 things, this is one way. Remember, there's 1,000 ways to do all of this. This is the quick and easy way for the warm-up. We did do an entire demo on this before, but it's also a good refresh for the new kiddos too, okay? So when I go to match color, you got to tell the computer something. Right here, the source. I'm on Untitled 1, not the banana layer, okay? So I go to Untitled. That's the image I'm working with. The layer I want this shark to match, I'm going to go to Swatch, okay? You got to tell the computer what image you want to match to what you want to match it with. So the layer is swatch. If you notice, the shark just turned yellow over here. So I'm going to press OK. Now with the shark, I don't need the back tail section of them. So I'm going to highlight that on the yellow shark. I'm going to delete it. Now I have that shark tail. So I'm going to click on the bottom layer, go up to Edit. I could do Fill or Content Aware Fill. I'm going to go Fill, Content Aware, and let's see what it does. It almost got it. I just need to clone stamp it out. So I might make the size a little bit bigger. Press Alt. I'm just going to get rid of that tail. And if you notice, it kind of gives you a faint look at what I just clone stamped. The way to get rid of that is make the brush bigger. Okay. Hardness a little lighter. Press Alt. Then I just blend it. Okay. Door's open. Press Alt. There we go. All right. So I don't need the swatch anymore. I could delete that. Now all I got to do is blend this banana into the shark. So on the banana, I'm going to mask it. I'm going to go over to my brush. Remember, if you could see it right here, white will add it, black will take it away. So I'm just going to flip it with those arrows. My brush, I'm going to make it soft to make it blend. So if you do a hard line on it, it's going to look very, very hard lined. It'll look like this. Okay, so I'm going to make my size a little bit bigger. My hardness there, a little bit bigger. All I'm going to do is just blend it. Right about there is nice. I could also get more of the body if I want. Okay. So right there it's showing a good blend. If I really want to get extreme with it, I go to my lasso tool. I select just where the shark's body is. I'm still in the banana layer. I'm going to go up to Filter. I'm going to go to Liquify. Okay. With Liquify, I'm going to press Alt and zoom in. I'm going to change my brush size down because trust me, Liquify, the brushes get wonky. I'm just going to pull it because remember, if you have a client that's paying you to make this look good, you want to pull out all the stops to blend it at the best of your ability. If you know another trick to make it look natural or make it look, no matter what, you won't see a banana blend in the wild, but if you can make it look as good as possible, that's your goal. So see, then I can mask it again, zoom in. Okay. So my goal is to make it look pretty much there. Okay. That is a banana shark. So I'm going to layer flatten image. I'm going to File, Save As, on your computer, PNG. So I'm going to put sharked banana, save. And I'm going to minimize that. Remember to attach it to the assignment. If you're doing a different